Guys, please confirm to me. All of you are getting my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online. Guys, please confirm to me. All of you are getting my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online. Guys, please confirm to me. All of you are getting my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online. Is my voice on screen is clear to all of you guys? Please confirm to me. Why you are sitting at girls' side? Huh? Why you three members are sitting at girls' side? Decide yourself which one you are. Huh? Okay. Fine, sir. Right. All right, guys. Now check it. What we completed there in the last session. So now here we are understanding the total prerequisite. See, all of you are getting this document. If you want to open this document, there I think so. I've given some link also. Document link I've given. Now try to use this document link. There's a link for the classroom notes, daily classroom notes. Now tell me, is this a folder share or only like what there? This document. I've checked it. Folder we are getting, right? Fine. So better to use this link there. If any of you are not getting this link, now try to use this link for getting daily classroom notes. Just we can open it. There we can click on the document name, advanced Java like this. I want to change this document name also. Later on, it's a prerequisite only. For JDBC, separately I will prepare another document. There we can see the total content. Okay. All right, sir. Shall we start? So in prerequisite, dynamic input approaches we completed totally. What content we completed there? Dynamic input approaches. Buffer editor, scanner, and console. Observe carefully. Console, there is a problem actually with the console. What was that problem here with the console? Understand the note, no type of punch here. Almost all the IDEs are not supporting console. Almost all the IDEs are not supporting console. I checked it in Eclipse, in IntelliJ IDEA. Previously, I checked with the J developer or my Eclipse and all, but almost all the IDEs are not supporting console. I don't know what is the reason for it, but normal Edit Plus or Sublime Text, these editors are supporting this console. IDs are not supporting console. I thought of it, the reason, the internal reason for this is what? In IDEs, console is there separately. A window, console window is available for the sake of getting some status module, just like command prompt now. It is also be representing the same console, I think so. The same internally might be the class name is what their console for console, but again this is another console. That's why they blocked this console. They're allowing that their internal component console. Maybe that may be the reason, I think so. But whatever it may be, almost all the IDs are not supporting console. Please recognize this point clearly. Okay, fine, sir. It's okay now. Come for the content here. Next one. So in streams, two more points are remaining. Let me complete the two more points. What are the two more points here? File input stream. Next topic. What is this next topic now? File input stream. Required. This is also required in the future. Maybe if I start programming at ninth programming year, 10th program, I require this file input stream and file output stream, definitely. So because of that reason, here we have to understand the content now. Let's observe carefully. What is this file input stream, first of all? All right, sir. It is a, understand it clearly, which stream it is no? Is it a byte oriented stream or character oriented stream? You have to identify this. Some identification are given there, some recognizable point I have given there now. If any stream class is ended with the stream, the word stream, automatically that will come under what there? Byte oriented stream. If any stream class is ended with either writer or reader, then it is what there? Character oriented stream. Now it's a byte oriented stream or not? It is a byte oriented stream. It's a byte oriented stream. Okay. What it is able to do? It's a byte oriented stream. We understood that. But what it able to do? What is the purpose of it actually? All right, sir. Now it can be used to. It can be do one thing. Before this, I want to use what their file output stream better. After that, I'll come back to the file input stream now. Why? Because dependency is available. File input stream is required. File output stream first of all there. How it is dependent? No, then I'll give point later on. It is a byte oriented stream. It can be used to send data from Java application to a particular target file, not to the console, not to the command prompt. There is a file in my file system. There is a file. To that file, I want to send data from Java application. If you want to send data from Java application to a particular target file, there for that purpose, we have to go with what there? File output to stream. There's a purpose here we have to understand. Clear to all of you? Okay, fine. Next one is, but how it is possible here? What are the various steps here we required to do this particular one? All right, to send data from Java application to a particular file by using file output to stream, we have to use the following steps. What are the various steps here we have to use there? Now step number one, some internal flow also I'm going to give to you. Try to understand this. Now step number one. All right, sir. First of all, let me show in the form of diagram here. Then after that, I will give much clarity about this content. Now let me check it. This is my Java program. Here we have a file. This is what there, a file. What is the file here? I want to say no something else like what there, welcome.txt, a file, text file, any file of course, not only the txt file, any file. Where I'm going to use this particular topic in my JDBC, if you come for this point now, I have the data, I have some data in my database. JDBC program can read data from database. The same data I want to send to a particular HTML file. I want to open the table data through HTML file. There I need to send data from Java program to a particular file or not? There definitely we have to use what there? This file output stream. That's the requirement now. All right, sir. So Java application and welcome.txt. Now here, first of all, if you want to send data from Java program to this particular text file, there we have to create file output to stream. File output stream, FOS is equal to new file output to stream. New file output stream. Here we have to use it. Now inside this file output stream, just I need to specify the target file. What is the target file here? We have to provide there welcome.txt. Observe carefully. I'm going to provide one more thing, comma true. I am providing there. What is the purpose of this true, or what is the main intention of the false there? What is the intention of this true? I will give some clarity. Now try to understand it clearly now. All right, sir. First of all, what happened then? File output stream FOS is equal to new file output stream welcome.txt comma true. This is step number one. What is going to be happen first? When we execute this particular instruction, first JVM will take the name and location of the file what we provided as parameter to the file output stream constructor. What exactly the name and location of that file we specified there, JVM will take that. Then JVM will search for the respective file whether it is existed or not existed. JVM will check whether that specified file is really existed or not existed. Observe carefully. If it is not existed, for example, tell me what you are expecting. No, if it is not existed, if the file is not existed, what we are expecting there? In general, 99% of the people are saying that there is an exception like what there? File not found exception. Got or not? No, it is wrong. That file not found exception is not applicable for file output stream. File not found exception is applicable for file input stream. In the case of file input stream only, file not found exception will come. File not found exception will not come in the case of file output stream. I'll give clarity, now try to understand it now. In the case, if the specified file is not existed, if the specified file is not existed, then JVM will create a new file with the same name. If the file is not available, JVM will create a new file with the same name, welcome.txt. After that, it will create file output stream. I'll forget my point or not. For example, if the file is already existed now, directly it will create a file output stream from Java application to the respective text file now. Okay, now this is that internal point here we are understanding there now. So this is like what their file output stream that what we created. This is like what their file output stream. Just streams are in the sense like what their only pipes we can understand. This is file output stream. Okay, now it is created. Right, sir. Now I'm asking one question to you. Now try to answer for it. By using file output stream, which operation we are performing there? Is it output operation or input operation? By using file output stream, which operation we are performing there? Output operation only we are performing, not input operation. Am I right or not? Output operation in the sense, is that write operation or read operation? Come on, is that write operation or read operation? Write operation only. Am I right or not? Okay, write operation only. When we are trying to write data into a particular file, there two options are available. What are the two options now? Option number one, when we are performing write operation, or else on every write operation, overwrite the existing data in the respective file. Option number one is what there? Overwrite. That means remove the existing data, provide present data inside the file. That is option number one. This is exactly called as what there? Override operation or replace operation. Second one is what there? What is the second one? No, I'm not going to override it. No, already some data is available in the file now. To that existing data, I want to append the new data to the old data. That means both old data is available, in the continuation new data will come. This is what their append operation. Either we want to perform replacement operation or you want to perform append operation, that we have to decide. To decide that only, here we are going to use the Boolean value, maybe true or maybe false. If we use true, preserves the old data and provide the new data in the continuation. That means append operation. If we provide false value, override the existing data. Always perform replacement operation, override the existing data. But if you provide a true value, append present data to the old data in the file. Yes, sir. Are you getting it or not? So now let us have 2 points about this particular one here inside this step number one. Now, in step number one here, what we are doing there, now observe carefully. Step number one, create file output stream object. Right, so to create this file output stream, what we have to do there? To create file output stream object, we have to use the following instruction. What is the tennis section here we have to provide there? Now observe carefully. Right, sir. File output stream FOS is equal to new file output stream, new file output stream of, there we have to provide that file name. What is this file name actually? Welcome.txt comma true. That value here we provided. That's enough. Now here internal for here we have to understand. Now try to recognize this clearly. When we execute the above instruction, JVM will perform the following actions. What JVM is able to perform there? First one is like what there? JVM will check whether the specified target file is existed or not, or specified target file is existed or not, at the specified location. Okay. Next one is like what there? What is that next point here? If the specified file, if the specified file does not exist, then JVM will create a new file with the same name. If the specified file does not exist, then JVM will create a new file with the same name. Here itself I'm telling there, without providing file not found exception. Understand? This is for the sake of you only. Java.iva.file not found exception. Point number 3. Observe carefully. If the specified file exists, then JVM will create file output stream from Java application to the target file. That's it. Now this is a point here we can understand. Only the other 3 steps here we have to understand now. But now the story about like what there? Boolean value here. Yes, sir. Any mistake here? JVM will check whether the specified target file exists or not at the specified location. If the specified file does not exist, then JVM will create a new file with the same name without providing java.iva.file not found exception. If the specified file exists, then JVM will create a file output stream from the Java application to the target file. Clear? Okay. Next one is about like what there? True or false value. What is the point here I'm telling to you? True or false value here. All right, sir. With the file output stream, we are able to perform write operation in the target file. Okay. Where if you want to append present data to the existed data in the file, then we have to provide true as a second parameter in a file output stream class constructor. Clear? Right, sir? Understand my point here? What we are saying there? With the file output stream, we are able to perform write operation in the target file. Where if we want to append a present data to the existing data in the file, then we have to provide true as a second parameter in the file output stream class constructor. Then what is the reverse case? Can now tell me, if we want to overwrite the existing data in the file, with the new data, with the present data, or with the new data, then what we have to provide there? Then we have to provide, come on guys, what we have to provide there? Then we have to provide false value as a second parameter in a file output stream class constructor. That's it, not more than this. Now this is exactly the point here, we can understand. That's okay. Total content is completed or not? Right, sir. Now it's okay, fine. Now this is about like what the step number one, create file output stream. Okay, now come for our diagram here. This total part is completed. Okay, next one is what there. For example, in my Java application, I have data. What data is available here now? Say for example, string data, or else maybe direct I want to declare the data. What is my data actually? Say for example, welcome, or maybe just I want to provide like what there, welcome user. The data is existed here, for example. Everybody understand this clearly? Data is existed here. Welcome user. Data, some data, whatever it may be now. Okay. Now here, declare the data, what we want to send it to the target file now. Welcome user, the data here I provided, for example. Now here also I want to provide the step now. Now step number 2 here we have to understand. Declare the data which you want to send it to the target file now. How we are going to declare the data now? Say for example, string data is equal to, here we can take like what there, welcome user, something else. The data here I provided. Okay. All of you answer for my question now. Again, I'm asking there, file output stream is which type of stream? Byte oriented stream or character oriented stream? Byte oriented stream only. If it is byte oriented stream, then it is able to allow the data in the form of what? In the form of bytes only. If it is a byte oriented stream, then it is able to allow the data in the form of what there? Bytes only. Data must be allowed in the form of what there? Bytes only. Am I right or not? But our data is available in the form of what? In the form of string or not? But I require data in the form of what there? Byte. So what is the step number 3? Step number 3 is like what there? Convert data from string type to byte array. Bytes data will be available in the form of what there? Byte array. Convert the data in the form of from string type to byte array. Further purpose, what we have to do there, observe carefully. Byte array, byte data is equal to byte array, byte data is equal to, then what we have to do there? Data dot get bytes method. What method is available there? Get bytes. In the case of string concept, I discussed about these points here. Data dot get bytes method. Automatically, string data will be converted to what there? Byte array. Right, sir. String data will be converted to byte array. Data got where? That is for the sake of number of bytes. How many bytes are available in the stream? Not here. Okay, right. Understand it clearly. So get bytes method is converting data from string type to byte array. So here we are getting the data in the form of what there? Byte array. So it's almost all equal to like what there, what I am telling to you. This is converted to, yeah, this is converted to byte array. Now get, just we can take this array here. Array is also an object in the case of Java. Inside this, we are able to have a number of things. Right, for example, some indexes here I am providing there. Now here some numbers are going to be provided. Numbers in the sense ASCII values. We can understand clearly. First of all, directly here we are able to have ASCII values, no, 78, but not real ASCII values here. Just example I am telling to you. Understand it. Something else. Some ASCII values here we provided. Whenever we are getting data in the form of byte array, automatically we have to write the data to like what their file output. Now let me convert now here also. No? So now here byte array bt array is equal to data dot get bytes method. That method we have used there. Then the data string data is converted to byte array. After that, we have to write this byte array data to what their file output stream. We have to write that byte array data to what their file output stream. Right, so now next one is like what their fourth one, step number 4. Write byte array data to file output stream. Write byte array data to file output stream. To write this byte array data to file output stream, what we have to do there? FOS dot write off. FOS dot what method here we have to use there? Write off. Write off. Then what next one here? BT data. Write off BT data. Okay. Then automatically here what is going to be happen here? Now in this diagram here, if we provide like this, all right. Now here what I'm going to provide here? FOS dot write off BT data. Right? Byte array data. Byte data. So whenever we have written this data here, automatically the data is coming to this file output stream. Now again I'm telling there, file output stream is a byte oriented stream or not. So the data will be provided in the form of binary representational. Internally, the representation is like what there? Binary representational. You can understand clearly. Why? Because it is a stream only. Internally it able to provide some binary representation that we can provide. Okay. Whenever the data is coming to the welcome.txt, automatically the data will come to the text file in the form of text representation. Automatic conversion is going to be happen binary to text representation kernel. The data automatically will come to the text representation kernel. Now observe carefully here. This is text representation. Now here as it is, here we are able to get the data as like test. What is the test here we are getting there? No, welcome user. The data as a text here we are getting. We cannot say it is a string data. It is a text data. Text data is different. String data is different. String data must have double quotations, but text data doesn't have double quotation. Directly the data is available in the text file. This is doc file or not? Say for example, this is doc file here. Now here I'm providing the data. Everything is a text only. Entire data is what there? Text only. The same text data is available clearly. Right, so now this is the total story here we can understand. But here in the document here, what I have given there, no write operation, that's enough. Automatically the data will be submitted to the respective target file. Right. Now this is the diagram what I have given there clearly. But one more point, last point here, everybody must remember this: close file output to stream. Close what there? File output to stream. This is mandatory. Otherwise, you'll get security problems. In general, even in exception handling, try catch find case also we are given the same punch here. When we have used some resources there, when we open some resources in our Java application, we must close that resources at the end of the program. If you forget to close that resources, no, maybe some security problems will come. Somebody else will enter into your connections. Some security issues are coming there. To overcome this problem, we have to close the resources. But if you want to close the resources, don't dependent on the developer. Developer may remember, may not remember. So what is the alternative there? Automatically, if you want to close the resources, no, there we have to use what there? Try with the resources option. What is that option there? No, try with the resources option. Already I have given the discussion of that particular one. Today I'm going to I want to use even that one also. By that you are able to get some clarity. Okay. Right, sir. Now this diagram here I want to provide. Now here itself I want to close the resource. Now how we are going to close the resource here? Simply we are going to use what there? FOS dot close method. We have to use what there? FOS dot close method. FOS dot close method. That's okay, fine. Right, so now let me take this diagram here. I'll use this diagram. Now let me open this diagram. It's okay, fine. Right, sir. Now I want to show an example. Now try to understand it. All cases I want to show in the form of for example. Don't worry. Then very soon when I complete this content here, I will show the programs in Eclipse IDE also. First initially we are going to use Eclipse IDE. Then after that I'll move on to like what there IntelliJ IDEA. But half of the programs we are going to complete on what there Eclipse IDE. Half of the programs we will see on what there IntelliJ IDEA. Right. All right, sir. Now first of all, now tell me java.io.star is required or not? Required or not? Required. File output stream is available where now? Java.io.star only. File output stream operations are able to throw out some exception there. So we have to use what there? Throws exception we can use. If you are using throws exception, then it is not required to use try catch finally. If you don't want to use this throws exception, then we can use what there? Try catch finally. But suggestible thing is what there? Throws keyword or try catch finally. Try catch fine is always suggestible. But let me prepare the program with this also. After that, I will show with the try catch finally. After that, I will show the same program with the try with resources. Three approaches I'm going to show now. Now try to understand it now. All right. First of all, I need to create my file output stream or not. I have to create my file output stream or not. So now file output stream FOS is equal to new file output stream of. I need to provide my location. What is that location? Can you observe carefully? In my system hard disk, I'll go with the E drive. Inside this E drive, ABC, and to prepare one more folder like what there XYZ folder. Inside this XYZ folder, I have not provided anything like what there welcome.txt. No welcome.txt file is existed. Am I right or not? Just I prepared the location /abc/xyz location here I given. Okay. Now observe carefully the point here what I have given there. Now here understand it. No example code is like what there. Sorry, not here. Now here sublime text. Now what I am telling there file output stream // what I have to provide there /abc/xyz/ I want to write dot there welcome.txt. Again, remember this. I have not prepared welcome.txt. Just I provided only that folder structure. Folder structure is mandatory. File is optional. Even though if you are not having file, our JVM will create that file with the same name in the case of file output stream. Okay, now observe carefully. File is not existed. When I'm going to execute it, once again I'll show this one. That's okay, fine. Next one is what there. I want to take some data which I want to send it to the target file. Which data I want to, which one here I want to create now. Now observe carefully. String data is equal to welcome to some information I want to provide this. Welcome to Durgasoft Solutions. For example, some message I created, but I'm unable to send directly this string data to the file output stream. So I have to convert the string data into what there byte array. I have to get the data in the form of what there byte array. Byte array bt data is equal to here what we have to do there data dot what method here we have to use there get a bytes method. Okay, now data is available in the form of byte array. Then after this, after completion of this byte array, then what next one here we have to write that byte array data to what there file output stream. FOS dot write of what we have to provide there bt data. That's it. Automatic data is going to be submitted just for the sake of our acknowledgement point of view. That means for the sake of our awareness point of view, data send it to e colon slash. I think so backward slashes are required. Okay, e colon slash abc slash xyz slash welcome dot txt. That message I am providing. Then after this, FOS dot close method. Close method is what there close operation. Okay, no, that's enough, guys. Now this is the content here what we prepared now. I'm going to compile and execute this, but again I'm telling to you e colon slash abc slash xyz. I have not prepared any file like welcome.txt. No file is available. But when I compile and execute this program there, what is going to be happen? Try to understand this clearly. What's that location here? No, okay, 7:30 p.m. D colon cd ADV Java, right sir. Java C space tester.java. Compiled successfully. The arrows are okay, no problem. Java space tester. Here we are getting the message. What is that message we are getting there? Data send it to this particular location. Now let me open it. Now see this one. Your file is created or not? File is created or not? Just double click on it. There we are getting our data or not? Whatever the data I sent there, the same data here we are getting or not? That's okay. Now the data is what there? Welcome to Durgasoft Solutions. Got it or not? Program is ready. Observe carefully. Now this time I want to provide some other data. Welcome to Durgasoft Solutions I provided there. But this time welcome to Java programming. I want to provide this message now. Welcome to Java programming. Observe carefully. Have I provided any second parameter? In the file output stream, have I provided any second parameter? No second parameter I have provided. Now let me check this. What is going to be happen there? All right, so now here. Java C space tester.java compiled successfully. Java space tester data send it to this location now. Now let me check this location now. What we are getting there? Welcome to Java programming. We are getting there. Welcome to Java programming only here we are getting now. But actually, what happens now? Tell me. Actually, what happened? Overriding or append operation now? Override operation it has performed there, not append operation here now. But my requirement is what there? I want to perform. My requirement is like what there? I want to perform append operation. Already, which data is available? Welcome to Java programming is available. Comma, true I want to provide. Comma, true I want to provide. Now the next point is like what there? I want to remove this. Welcome to Java programming I want to provide. Okay, now here, what I want to provide there? Already data is available. Comma, I provided for example. Or else maybe slash n I provided here. Slash n for what purpose there? Next line. Okay, now here I want to provide the data is like what there. Now this time I want to provide welcome to Durga Software Solutions. Now here I want to provide. Already which data is available there no? Which data is already existed here no? Welcome to Java programming is available. Now to the data I want to append this data. Slash n stands for what there? New line. In the new line I want to get the data. Whether this new line is exist or not, that doesn't matter. Leave this one. Comma is okay. It will be supported here. Now I want to use it. Now let me, and moreover what I provided here no? True I provided here. True or false? True I provided. Now comma space welcome to Durga Software Solutions here I provided. Now let me check this. Java C space tester.java. Java space test. All right, now let me check this now. File here. What happened? Now tell me. Append operation is performed or not? So that is the power of the true value here I provided now. Say for example, this time I want to provide like what value you know false I want to provide. By default false is available. By default false in the sense what operation there no override operation. Now here we are trying to perform what there false operation here. False I provided no. Now here welcome to Durgasoft Solutions here we provided here. All right sir. Now just some information here I want to provide. What data here I want to provide here no? What data here? Python. Huh? No Java, no Python. Right? No Java, no Python, no software. Getting irritation over software courses. All right, sir. Some data here I want to provide there. Java C space tested or Java. False are given there. That old data is overwritten there. Now here we can see this. Then what data here we are getting? All right, sir. Now this is the data here we are getting clearly. Got it or not? Fine, sir. So all this, all the content here we are getting there now. Observe carefully. Now this is about like what program here? Right, sir. Now this is about like what there? The basic program I given just by using throws keyword. But the same program I want to prepare with what there try catch finally. Let us see this one. Try catch finally I want to use for the same program. Right. If you want to use try catch finally, then what we have to remove there? Throws. Throws here we have to remove. Now here we have to use try. Okay. Then here I want to provide like what there catch. Inside this here we have to use exception e dot print stack trace method here we have to use. But observe carefully. If you want to use try catch finally in our program now, all of you understand it clearly. If you want to use try catch finally, there some options here we have to follow. What options here we have to follow there? What conventions here we have to follow? First, declare the resources before try block. What is that resource there? Only file output stream is the resource. Now declare that resource. File output to stream. File output to stream. FOS is equal to null. Just this is declaration only. And if you're getting it or not, this is only what their declaration. But create that resource inside the try block. Create that resource inside what the try block. FOS is equal to new file output to stream of now here what we have to provide there equal slash abc slash xyz slash then what we are able to provide there welcome.txt Of course, we can use comma true also, no problem here. No. Then after that, provide the logic. Whatever the logic we want to provide there, we can provide this. String of data is equal to just welcome user. Some message here I want to provide. Welcome user, that message here I'm trying to provide. That's okay, fine. String of data is equal to welcome user. Next one is convert this data into what there? Byte array, BT data is equal to something else like what there? Data dot what method here we have to use there? Get bytes method. Okay, data we are getting. Whenever we are getting data, we have to write the data. FOS dot write off what we have to provide there? BT data that we have to provide. That's okay, it's completed. Now just I want to provide the message like what there? Sysnode.out.println of right data, send it to e:// abc / xyz / welcome.txt. Welcome.txt. That file here we have taken. That's okay. But what next one here? No, declare the resource before try block. Create the resource inside the try block. This is the creating resource inside the try block. Next one is what there? Close the resource inside the finally block. Close the resource inside what there? No, finally block. No. All right. FOS dot close method here we have to write. FOS dot close method. But the problem is what there? This close method is again throwing IO exception. This close method is again throwing what there? IO exception. If it is in try block, no, then there is a handling mechanism for that exception. But it is not inside the try block. It is inside what block? No, finally block. Finally block is not handling. Only try block is handling the exceptions now. Finally block is not handling that exception. So when we provide this close method inside the finally block, if it is rising any exception, then that we have to be handle or not. That exception we must handle or not. Right? To handle that exception inside the finally block, here we are going to take again like what we have to take there, try catch. Here we have to write like what there, exception E. Now inside this here we have to write like what there, print stack trace method here we have to write. Right, so now here we need to copy this close. Here we have to provide this inside our content like what there, finally block. Right, so now this is what exactly the conventions here we have to follow about to use try catch finally in our applications for the sake of the resources. Is clear? Now let me compile and export this. What value we provided, sir? True value. Now onwards, forget about data. What I am sending, whether it is performing append operation or replacement operation, that's okay. That's not our concentration here. Our concentration is how we migrate from throws keyword to try catch finally. That we have to understand now. Let me compile and execute this program here. Java C space tester.java. Now compilation error, Java space tester. Here we are getting data. Of course, here we are getting some data here. Welcome user. Data is appended here. It's okay, fine. Leave this one. Next one is after completion of this. Another content is like what there. This is try catch finally. But here the problem is what there. Two problems are coming there. Number one, developer has to close the resources explicitly. Maybe developer may be remembered, may not be remembered. Developer may remember, may not remember to close the resource. No, understand it clearly. Point number one. And point number two is what there. When we write these close methods, no, when we write close methods, no, they are able to write some exceptions. To handle that exceptions, again we have to use what there, try and catch. It is somewhat confusing code, somewhat confusion related code. Why? Because writing nested try catch finally inside the finally block is always a bit confusion. Understand my point? So to overcome these two problems there we have to go with what there, try with the resources. There we have to go with what there, try with the resources. Okay, now first of all, let me copy this program here. Let me use this program in our document here. After that, I want to go with what there, try with resources program. Right, sir. Now tell me, if I want to use try with resources, then what I have to do now? Remove this, copy this, align with the try, provide parenthesis. Inside the parenthesis, now provide the code. File, output stream, FOS is equal to new file output stream, then respective content here we provide it. Right, observe carefully. This is what their auto closable resource. This resource is what their auto closable resource. It must implement either directly or indirectly. Java.lang.auto closable marker interface. It must implement internally auto closable predefined interface marker interface. Now it is implemented. That's why we are able to use it. Remaining part of the program is very same. Okay, now tell me, if we provide this as an auto closable resource now, automatically this resource will be closed. Automatically this resource will be closed when we are coming outside of the try block. Automatically this resource will be closed automatically when we are coming out from the respective try block. Sir, all of you are getting it or not? Right, sir. Whenever we are coming out from the respective try block, automatically that resource is going to be closed. Got it or not? All right, sir. So whenever once it is closing that resource, when the flow of execution is coming outside of the try block now, is there any requirement to provide this finally block now? Come on guys, now tell me, is there any requirement to provide this finally block now? Is it required to provide this finally block now? No. For the sake of closing operation only, if we use that finally block, now it is not required. Just we can remove this finally block. If you have any other requirements to write finally block now, then we can use it. If you need that finally block for some other requirement, not for closing operation, then we can write it now. Only for the sake of close operation, you want to provide finally block in the sense, not at all required. Just simply we can close this finally block. As all of you are getting it or not? Clearly what I'm telling you. That's it. I removed this close operation here. Now just directly I want to use this particular code here. Observe carefully. Then code here what I have given there. Now I want to compile and execute this. There we are able to get again the data. Now this time I want to provide the data now like what there. All right, sir. Now welcome user. Anyway, some other information here I want to provide there. Allow user, something else. Data is not important here. Approach is important. Now try to follow this approach. Java C space test.java. Compiled successfully. Java space test. Data is sent it to the respective target file. Now let me open it. Just open it. Then where hello user is provided or not? Append operation has performed there clearly. Leave it. Of course, just I want to remove this total data for next time. Remove it, no problem. Okay. That is not available. Now this is exactly the meaning of what there try with the resources option. How to use try with resources for our application there. That information here I've given. Okay. Complete it. That's okay, fine. This is about like what there file output to stream. Again, I'm telling there where I'm using this particular data, this particular concept in JDBC, when we want to transfer the data from database table to a particular file, in between file and a database, Java program is available. Read data from database, send data to what there a particular HTML file. There are required what there file output stream only. This is our requirement in the future. In JDBC as this program I'm going to show, but there you should not get any doubt. What is the requirement of using file output stream and why we are using file output stream? You should not get in a doubt here. Directly I'm going to keep the data. Almost all 2 to 3 applications are available with me. One application is sending data to a particular HTML file. In a tabular representation, I want to display the data. Second one is I want to display the data in a comma separated files now, CSV files now. Right, sir, comma, ENO, comma, ename, comma, ecell, comma, like this with comma separated. Next one, third one is I want to send the same data through an Excel sheet. To an Excel sheet, I want to submit the data. Sir, all of you get my point or not? So in 3 applications, I'm able to show how I'm able to read the data from database table, how I'm going to send the data to a particular target file. In all these cases, I require this file output stream. Okay, fine. In the future, maybe file input stream is also required. I'm going to discuss about that file input stream now. All right, sir. Now file input to stream. 1 minute, sir. Yeah, okay. The data anyway I provided this. Leave this one. Fine. Observe carefully. This data is okay. And now, what is the purpose of this file input stream? Everybody understand this clearly. File output stream is to send data from Java program to a particular target file. Am I right or not? But file input stream is what there. Already file is available. I want to read data from file to Java program. Get my point or not? The main purpose of the main or else maybe It is a byte oriented stream. It is a byte oriented stream. Okay, then what is its purpose actually? It can be used to get data from a particular source file to Java application. Always we are at Java application only. We are at Java application. To send a data to a particular file, output stream. To get the data from particular source file to Java program, input stream. That's it. Right, so now the point is like what there? It is a byte oriented stream. It can be used to get the data from a particular source file to the Java application. That's the purpose here. Right. Then how it is possible there? What are the various steps here we are going to use now? Steps are very simple. Now try to observe this clearly. And have I given this diagram here in the document? Yeah, it's organized. Now let me prepare this diagram here. Directly in this example, directly what I am telling there, I want to use directly try with resources. I will not go with all the approaches now for this example. Already you had some awareness on what there, throws keyword, try catch finally. Next one is what there, try with resources now. Okay, now let's see this one here. For example, I have already a file. This is like what I'm telling to you, welcome.txt. Now this is like what there, Java application. Java application. Welcome.txt, and then what next one here? Java application. All of you observe carefully. Now here, first of all, as a first step, we have to create file input stream object. File input stream FIS is equal to new file input stream of, now just I want to say like what there, welcome.txt at a particular location. That location I'm not specifying anyway. Welcome.txt. That's the data here we are getting. Clear? All right, sir. What is this internal flow now? What exactly that internal flow here? Create file input stream object. Right, sir. Now file input stream. Now here I want to provide like what there, welcome.txt. No other parameters existed here. Only one parameter, that is welcome.txt. Now observe carefully. What is that internal flow of execution there? When we provide this file input stream FIS is equal to new file input stream welcome.txt, first JVM will take the provided file and its location. Welcome.txt and its location. JVM will go there, where JVM will check whether this file is exist or not. If this file is not existed, if the specified file is not existed, not available, where JVM will raise an exception directly, java.ivo.file not found exception. That's it, straightforward information. If the specified file is not existed at the specified location, there JVM is able to raise an exception. That exception is what there? File not found exception. Again, I'm telling there, file not found exception is applicable for what? File input stream. Not applicable for what? File output stream. Please remember this. In the case of file output stream, the specified file is not existed, then JVM will create a new file with the same name automatically. But in the case of file input stream, if the specified file is not existed, then definitely JVM will raise an exception like what there? Java.ivo.file not found exception. Okay, fine. In the case, if the file is available, specified file is available, for example, in this file also be hello data is available. File is already existed there. When file is available, then immediately JVM will create like what their file input stream. Stream is nothing but just it is a pipe. Automatically file input stream is created. Automatically, what is created here now? File input stream is created. File input stream. Remember carefully, when file input stream is created, automatically the data which is available in a text file, automatically the data will come to file input stream. Automatically the data which is available inside this file input stream, it will come to the file input stream. Now there the data is like what there is available in the form of like what there binary. Byte oriented stream internal representation is like what there binary representation. It is available in the form of like what there binary bytes representation. Why? Because it's a byte oriented stream now. Okay, now the data is available in a file input stream, right or not? Then what is our next point here now? My next requirement is what there? I need to read this data into my Java program. Okay, but up to this is what there? Step number one. What is the step number one now? First create file input stream. When we create this file input stream like this now, first JVM will take the specified file, target file or source file. JVM will check whether that source file is exist or not. If it is not available, file not found exception. If it is available, then the total data, whatever the data which is available in the welcome.txt, the total data will get, the data will come to the file input stream in the form of bytes representation. This is the total information about what their file input stream. Just give a minute of time, I'll prepare this total content here. All right, so now if we execute the above code, JVM will perform the following steps. What are the various steps which are performed by JVM here? First one is JVM will check whether the specified file exists or not at the specified location. Right, sir? Specified file exists or not at the specified location. All right, sir. If the specified file does not exist, if the specified file does not exist, then JVM will raise an exception like what there, java.io. File not found exception. File not found exception. If the specified file does not exist, then JVM will raise an exception like what there, java.io. File not found exception. For example, what is the next point here now? If the specified file exists, then JVM will create file input stream from the source file to Java application. Okay, then immediately what happened here when it is created? Immediately what happened there? No, all right, sir. When file input stream is created, automatically the data which is available in the source file will come to the file input stream in the form of bytes. Here, this is what exactly the content here we are getting now. Right, sir? The total flow I given there. Now try to recognize this clearly. Right, sir. Now step number one is completed. What is this step number two now? When the data is available, now we have to read the data. But if we want to read the data, see, observe carefully, the total data we have to get in the form of byte array only. Am I right or not? It's a byte representation, right? We are able to get the total data in the form of what there? Byte array only. But if we want to get the data in the form of byte array, first we have to create byte array or not? So byte array bt data is equal to new byte array. Here we have to create or not? But if you want to create an array, we require size or not? Without providing size, no, how it is possible to create an array? If we want to create an array, definitely we must provide what there, some size here we have to provide. So there we have to provide what there, size. But with which size we have to create that byte array? The byte array purpose is what there? To hold the data of the file input stream. Am I right or not? To hold the data of the file input stream. So how much data is available inside the file input stream? With that much size, we have to create byte array or not? So if you want to create byte array, first we have to know the data size which is there inside the file input stream. Sir, are you able to follow or not? If you want to create byte array with a particular size, no, first we should know what exactly the data which is available inside the byte array. How much data is available inside the byte array? Size of the data which is there inside the byte array, that we have to know. With this particular size only we have to create this byte array or not? Right, so now to get a size of the data, which is available inside the file input stream, there we have to use int size is equal to FIS dot available method. I think so you are thinking about this method. So available method is existed here inside what there? File input stream. In a file input stream, there is a method like what there? Available. It will return number of bytes which are available inside what there? File input stream. That is a size now. With the same size, here we have to create what there? Byte array. Sir, got it or not? All right, so now let us check this clearly. Step number 2 is what there? Find data size in a file input stream and create byte array, and create what there? Byte array. So then what we have to do there for this particular point here? Create byte array. For this here we have to use the point like what there? Int size is equal to FIS dot available. Then after this here we have to create byte array BT data is equal to, or directly new byte array of size here we have to provide. That's okay now. Second step is completed. Third step is like what there? Byte array, target byte array is ready. Data is available inside the file input stream. Then we have to read data from file input stream to byte array or not? We have to read data from file input stream to byte array or not? Right, so to read data from file input stream to byte array, FIS dot read of BT data. What method here we have used there? Read operation only. File input stream, read operation only. FIS dot read of BT data, that we have to provide. So all of you are understanding the points what I am telling to you? People are totally silent. Even at least they are not looking at my face now. Of course, you are not looking at screens, that's okay, different thing. At least you have to see my face now. But people are totally checking that what is there in the earth now. What is there on floor? Very good tiles are available, right? But people are completely they down their head and they are thinking. I don't know what they are thinking there. Whether they are thinking or they are might be looking on floor. I don't know. Why you are looking at floor, sir? At least you have to see the screens, or at least you have to see my face now. If you don't like my face, see at least at the screen now. Huh? Right or not? But you don't have any other option here. Up to the end of the advantage, you have to see this face only. Otherwise, we don't have any other option here. Fine. But understand, interesting topic and important topic here. We are going to use them in JDBC content here. Up to now, whatever the concepts I discussed here, everything is useful in a JDBC. Because of that reason, I've included in the prerequisite part. Otherwise, I'm not doing any time pass process here. No. Clear? All right, sir. Now understand it. Then we have to read the data. How we are going to read the data? Whenever we are reading the data, now observe carefully. First of all, here byte array is ready. First of all, what is ready here? Byte array is ready. Total data here we are getting in the form of like what there? Byte array. Okay, when we perform read operation, automatically the total data will come in the form of like what there? Byte array. This is read operation. Here what we are getting there? Byte array. Whenever we are getting this byte array data, automatically some values are available. ASCII values only, not any other one here. But these ASCII values are not right ASCII values, no, just namesake I'm giving these ASCII values and so on. All right. Finally, the data is available in the form of byte array or not? Or data is available in the form of byte array or not? That's okay, fine. All right, sir. Now here, what next one here? Right now, step number 3 is like what there size we created here. Step number 3 is what there read data from file input stream to byte array. For this here we have to use like what there now FIS dot read of BT data byte array data. That's okay. Then after this, observe carefully. Here the data is available in the form of byte array. What we will do with this byte array data? Nothing. We are unable to read the data or not. So here what we have to do? We have to convert that byte array data to string. We have to convert that byte array data to what there string. How we are going to convert that byte array data to string? You know, just simple by using string class constructor. String data is equal to new string of BT data. String data is equal to new string of BT data. Now automatically this data will be converted to string data. What is the string data here? We are able to get there hello. Now this is a string. It is not text data. Now it is what the string data. Okay. Now here we converted here. That's okay. Now step number 4 is what there convert data from byte array to string. Convert data from byte array to string. To convert this data from byte array to string, what we have to do there string data is equal to new string of, then what we have to provide there BT data. That's it. Here we are getting the string. Whenever we are getting the string now, directly we are able to display the data. System out println of data here we are able to prepare. See this one. All right, data here we are getting there. At the end, what we have to do now, we have to close this file input stream or not. Please remember this. Whenever we are using that streams now, at the end of the program, it is suggestible to close the streams. So here what we have to do there, FIS dot close method, FIS dot close method. Here also I am providing the content here. Observe carefully. Step number 5, close file input stream. To close this file input stream, FIS dot close method here we are able to write. Okay, right sir. Now this is the total diagram here. Let me use this diagram now. Right, then after this I want to show the same program. Right sir, I want to prepare this program with what? Try with resources directly. Can I use this? I think you understood already throws, try catch finally. Now finally I want to go with what there? Try with resources now. Now tell me, you only tell me. Here I want to remove this total part here. In place of this, what I have to write? Here I want to remove even this one also. Then what I have to write now? First of all, tell me as a auto closable resource, what I have to prepare there? File input stream FIS is equal to new file input stream of file. I should be captured file input stream of. Here what we have to provide there? E colon slash abc slash xyz slash welcome dot txt. Whether that file is existed or not existed. As our file is existed here now, and that's okay. Now observe carefully. Some file name are given. For example, hello.txt not available. Hello.txt not available. See this? Java C space test.java. No compilation error. Java space test. What we are getting now? File not found exception we are getting, cannot identify the file here. Understand it now? Alright, sir. So now here, but which file is existed here now? Tell me. Welcome.txt is existed or not? As existed. Now we will not get any exception here. No issues for it. Okay, fine. That's okay. Next one is what there. First we have to identify the size of the data which is available in the file. Int size is equal to then FIS dot what method here we have to use there? Available method here we have to use. That's okay. Then we have to create byte array or not? Right, sir. Byte array BT data is equal to new byte array of, here we have to provide what their size we provided here. That's okay. And then after this we have to read data from file input stream to byte array or not? FIS dot read of what we have to provide there? BT data that we are getting. Now data is available there. We have to convert that byte array data to string or not? String data is equal to new string of what we have to provide there? BT data. Like this here we provided. Then directly we have to display the data. Is there any requirement to close the resources? No. Is there any requirement to close the file input stream? Not required to close. Why? Because we are in auto closable resource. We are in a try with resources now. Automatically the resources are going to be closed. That's okay, fine. Now this is about like what there tester.java. Now let me compile and execute this. Before this, what data is available in the file now? Welcome to Durgasoft. This data is existed. That's okay. All right. So now let me compile and execute this. Java C space tester.java. Compiled successfully. Java space tester. Here we are getting output like what there. Welcome to Durgasoft. This output here we are getting. That's it. Now this program as is I want to provide there in our content. Yes, completed. Now this is so as an example. Try the same example with what there throws keyword. Try the same example with the try catch finally. Final version I given there. Try with the resources now. Right, sir. Now by this IO streams content is completed. The next one is like what I required there. Basics of collection framework. Basics of collection framework. If I complete it, directly I'm going to start JDBC content only. Max, tomorrow I'll finish this part here. Tomorrow I'll finish it. Then after that, day after tomorrow onwards, we are going to start what there JDBC content effectively. Right? That's all, guys. That's all for today. I'll meet on tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll check the remaining content. Thank you. Right. Advanced Java, which database we are installing now? Sai Sudhir, we are going to install two databases there. One is like what there, Oracle, and other one is what there, MySQL. Both the databases here we are using there. Yeah, don't worry. Oracle and as well as MySQL, both the databases I am going to use. Don't worry. Okay. Right. And Arun, what we are thinking there? Now tell me what you are saying there, but not seen your message there. Arun, 1 minute. Arun, I have not seen any message from your side. But Ravi, I will discuss about that example. Don't worry. True or false is not required. Okay. Yeah, already I responded for this, right? Fine. Mm, mm, mm,
సో ఇక్కడ ఏదో ప్రాజెక్ట్ క్రియేట్ న్యూ ప్రాజెక్ట్ అంటే ఏం సార్ ఇంకా మామూలుగా మీరు టెస్ట్ డాట్ జావా రాస్తారు కదా
mm.
ఇక్కడ మెయిన్ డాట్ జావా రాస్తారు టెస్ట్ డాట్ జావా రాయాలంటే ఎలా
ఎందుకు ఏదైనా ఒకటే కదా మనకి ఏముంది దానిలో అక్కడ రైట్ క్లిక్ చేయండి ఆయన ఇది ఎందుకు నేను చెప్తా కదా క్లియర్గా మీకు ఇది స్టెప్స్ ఉన్నాయి మంచిగా చాలా ఉన్నాయి చెప్పాల్సినవి నేను చెప్తా కదా మంచిగా నీకు ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయండి చేయి దీనిలో రైట్ క్లిక్ చేయి రైట్ క్లిక్ రీఫ్యాక్టర్ రీఫ్యాక్టర్ గుడ్ రీనేమ్ ఓయ్ ఏం కొట్టావు రన్ చేయాలంటే ఏం లేదు రైట్ క్లిక్ రన్ అంతే అయిపోతుంది ఎందుకంటే చెప్తాను నేను అది చాలా మంచి స్టెప్స్ ఉన్నాయి ఎనీ అసైన్మెంట్స్ ఆర్ ప్రొవైడింగ్ బై యువర్ సైడ్ వన్స్ JDBC is started. Oh, every day you should have very good practice. Don't worry. Whatever the applications I'm going to discuss in the classroom there, then definitely we are going to have some practice. Definitely. Okay. Right. So no projects in only JDBC, guys. Now understand it now. With JDBC, what we will do there? But all database operations we are going to see almost nearly 80 to 85 applications we are going to see there in JDBC only. 80 to 85 applications we are going to perform there in only JDBC. Don't worry. So very good practice we are able to get. Very good content I'm going to discuss there. Okay, right. Okay, that's all. Then I'll see you on tomorrow, guys. And within 1 or 2 days out, the link is going to be changed. Then those who are not yet registered for this course, please register immediately. Okay, within a few days of time, that link is going to be changed. Private link will come. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thanks a lot.